7, 8. 5, 6, 7, 8. 6, 7, 8. 7, 8. 8.
Yeah, it's the duo. It's another freaking duo, and we are back again with
another one, and another one, and another one, and another one.
I said it.
And I said it. What they do, musty crusties? Ooh. Woo, 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 woo.
If only y'all knew. What it is, Leanne?
What's up? What was that? What's up, y'all?
What's up, y'all? It's good to be back. It's good to be back. It's good to be back.
To be back.
Okay.
Oh, y'all remember we saying that all the time? Oh, like, shut up.
Cardi B.
Yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, I seen something. They trying to say they think she pregnant again.
Ooh, that nigga ain't make her that mad.
Oh, your husband ain't make you that mad. Jesus. Woo, it's too high. It's high. Y'all pregnant.
Get
high.
up.
Get up. That's what they start saying when they nigga on top. Get up.
Get up.
Okay, you about to nut. I'm about to
He's coming.
He's coming.
Ooh. Wow.
That's my y'all need to learn how to
hawk tool. You need a hawk tool your ass up.
Nah, they need to learn how to swallow this shit.
What's the
squat on that damn shit?
What's the what? Damn, you said you better swallow that shit. What's that? Damn.
It was from a video or something?
Yes, it was like something that was going on. Damn, I can't think of it right now.
But we're back, you guys. The duo is back at it with another one.
What's that mean?
Man, how you feeling?
I'm feeling. No,
Feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I'm feeling myself. I don't know if we ever talked about it, bro. How do you feel about B Smoke cutting out her off?
After watching her video the other day, I guess it's her newest video maybe, and explaining like why she did it, like, I guess. But cause she was basically saying like she had just like a revelation, I guess you could say, like it's hair, and like she was saying how like so attached we be to something that we be like don't want to let it go. She was like, but she didn't got to the point where her hair like it's just hair, like you just be. She was saying like just being so attached to stuff sometimes it's like it's okay to let it go, like it'll happen again. So with her hair, she was just like at one point she was so attached to it, but now she just got to the point where it's like it's gonna go back. Like it's something I want to do. She did it after, but she got baptized or something again. And she did it the weekend she got baptized.
Okay.
So it's just kind of like a fresh start for her.
Yeah.
Again, but she was like, now ever since she did it, it's like she might cut it off again. She might grow it out and cut it off again. It's just not something. She didn't got to the point where her hair that it's not something she's attached to anymore.
Right. The art of detachment. Is a real thing.
But now it's been grown out from that blonde, so it look crazy. Yeah. But it was cute with the blonde. I think she got a good head shape for like short hair.
Stuff like that. Yeah.
I couldn't.
I seen this thing. I guess this could be my little insight for you guys. Somebody had made like this post, and I don't even know if these like correlate, but this man was saying how they paying like black people, but black men, like Japan is offering to pay them like up to $150K
to have a baby.
And
who sent that shit to me?
Like a week or two ago, I came across this video of this little young black dude that was in Japan, and he just kept saying like, well, he wasn't really saying nothing, but he was just repeating the same thing he kept saying. Like he was just like, man, like I'll encourage anybody like come to Japan. Like if you're black, like come to Japan. He was like, you don't have to worry about being judged. You don't have to worry about being frowned upon. Like he was like, they really love us over here. Like he was like, the only thing that really get him is sometimes the language barrier. But he said even with that, like for the most part, with a lot of things, as long as it ain't
No.
okay. Or beat those, honey. But he was just saying like they just love black people over there. Like they really they appreciate the word he kept saying. Like they appreciate them. And I'm like, I wonder if he didn't came across somebody that didn't ask him that. Girl, another thing, another little insight. Well, I guess I'm going down. I'm giving y'all just a little conspiracy rabbit hole. So there's this thing. I don't know if y'all. Okay, first remember I told you about that movie that they say gonna come out about the people saying that they produced the moon landing or whatever. If y'all haven't seen it, but this girl was saying she didn't want to speak on it too much. I want to even see if I can pull up the name of the company she kept talking about. But basically, she was saying how some people a while back had went into space or whatever to do this mission for this company, and basically trying to say like the people stuck in space, like they were supposed to come back like a month or two ago, and they just got updated again saying they probably gonna be up there for like another month or so. Like the people can't get them down. Like
what you mean?
Like the people can't get them down, and the lady kept saying in the video, she was like, y'all, I don't even want them to come after me after I say this. Or she was like, I hope they don't come after me for saying this, but you know, and she was telling about it was a simple name too that she was talking about. But I was like, wow, like I'm not telling what these
the stuff they that's what I was just gonna say, the stuff they be doing.
Man, I wish I could. It was a simple name, she said, too, of the company, and I done heard of that company before. They be sending people. I ain't gonna say they send them on like dummy missions, but it's a legit company here in the U.S.
Yeah.
Some astronauts basically they stuck in space like they can't come back home. I said, I know you lying. So you keep putting me on the boat saying I'm not coming home. But y'all gonna get enough. If you ain't got enough by now, you gonna get enough.
You gonna get enough.
For sure. But I think some of my little insights I say I done seen for this week. I just don't put nothing past a lot of stuff that goes on. Like so much be going on, but like they doing so much up under our noses. No more. Yeah, it's like it's just so much they doing up under our noses that we just not even paying attention to, and it's like, why is y'all letting this shit go on? But then another girl brought it to my attention, like even with the stuff that they're saying is gonna take effect with the Project 2025. She was like, y'all gotta think like it's so much other stuff that we done already outlived. Like it don't matter what they, and that's why I feel like I love about like this generation or like just these past two generations, like millennials and Gen Z, like we not going for a lot of shit that was going on, and I think that they're starting to notice that, they're realizing that, and they're having to come up with other ways to try to persuade us or manipulate us into believing certain things. But she was like, y'all just gotta think about it. It's so much stuff we done already lived through or surpassed when it comes to stuff going on in the world.
When COVID came out.
Literally.
Man, that was a time.
That was something though, yeah.
Cause I was watching, I've been watching Grey's Anatomy or whatever, and, you know, they did have like a whole season about like COVID time or whatever, and I'm like, man, like COVID really did some damage. And
like
I even know
people, like the people that really like
suffered and died. Yeah, and I even think about this girl I went to high school with, like her mama, like that's what she died from. Like she got COVID and she had COVID and then she got a massive stroke from COVID. Like it was clotting her blood and stuff. Like it started causing other troubles with her body. And she passed, and she wasn't. My daddy was 47. I think she older than my dad, so she might have been around like 45 or something like that when she passed. But like the girl now, like she married, she finna have a baby, like she pregnant right now, and it's like you didn't live all this time without your mama due to a disease.
Temporary.
Basically, and now we outlived it.
A glitch in life, and a lot of, like you said, a lot of people that outlived it, and now it's like.
But she did. She suffered bad from it, and she passed. And like she was one of them that like she went to like a long-term facility for a while. Like, man, cause I'm just thinking about all the people like that. They just couldn't keep at the hospital no more. Like they probably still need.
Like hospitals was really like. Ooh, like people was getting turned around turned down at admission, like, was no coming in the
like,
yard.
These, like, long-term acute care places was really still getting acute patients, though, like, that they really shouldn't have been at no long-term acute place, but there was nowhere else to go, so they having to pull vents, and, man, that was a crazy time, like.
Even that, like, the whole situation with the vents,
like, wasn't enough, so you had, like, as a doctor, do you know, like, the toll, like, you really, to a certain extent, you gotta pick and choose who gonna live and who gonna die.
Prioritize, like,
that's tough. You know the mental toll it probably took on some doctors, on some shit. I know what it took on me as a tech.
Man.
Like, watching all them people just come, you ain't got nowhere. Then, don't let no trauma happen. You ain't got no room for them.
Man. Yeah,
It was
in, like, places that they was, like, really, really,
like New York. Like,
that was insane.
How
they was having people lined up in them halls.
That's what I'm saying on Grey's Anatomy. Like, they literally had to make a whole new unit in the cafeteria. On Grey's Anatomy, like, they had to put 20 beds in their cafeteria. Where you getting the monitors and stuff?
I gotta start rewatching.
Yes. I'm trying to get to season 20.
Where you went down?
17.
Jeez. How many is
it? 20.
Oh, sheesh. Yeah.
Cause I stopped. I seen season 17, but I went back to 15. Cause I'm like, I know it's some stuff out of me. So I just wanted to be. I started at 15 because I'm like, okay, I remember everything before then pretty much. But yeah.
Okay, shout out to us. Thank God.
Thank God, no, for real. Man, shout out to God for real, cause
shout out to God in general.
Yes. It just be so quick to just be miserable or mad about something, or sad about something. It's like, girl, you still living. Like, be grateful.
Somebody passed away last night. Somebody passed away this morning.
People ain't even getting the opportunities you getting.
Somebody don't even know how they gonna get from here to there.
So that's why I'm like, especially now.
Like, you got to take a shower today. Somebody ain't washed their ass in 2 weeks.
They have, man, cause I'm telling you, watching them shows, that's why I enjoy them.
You complain about eating noodles. Somebody ain't ate in 2 days, 2 months.
Showed I had Grubhub yesterday. I had to sit at freaking Little Caesars for 30 minutes.
Yeah.
They was like, sorry, we messed up on the order. You supposed to be picking up. Like, you want a pizza? I don't know what I was
the little things. Celebrate the small wins for real.
I ain't know what I was gonna eat. I was gonna figure out once I got done, but now I ain't gotta worry about dinner. Thank God. Like, this is big. So what? But somebody would have said, I don't eat Little Caesars. You know what I'm saying? But like, you just gotta appreciate the little stuff. Like,
but you used to eat the little Tostitos, Tony pieces we used to eat when we would.
And
that's refrigerator. Been up there in that freezer in Dollar General for how long?
That nasty meat.
So much freezer burn. And you don't want to eat.
You know what I'm saying? Though, somebody would have been like,
Caesar pizza.
Did. And kept on delivering orders. Hey, my little pizza on the road.
Period. Like we say, it's the small things people need to learn to really be grateful for, especially in today's time. Heavy on that post I even reposted the other day, like, at your big old age, nobody is even obligated to help you. So appreciate the people that help you. Like, we get so carried away and be just so to ourselves sometimes. Like, you really have to just stop and just take a look around. Like,
especially those people that be like, I'm doing this all by myself. But you really don't have to.
Are you really though?
Are you really don't? And you really don't have to. Like, you choosing that. You blocking everybody. Like, who are you trying to prove something to? That's how I be looking at stuff. Like, who you proving it to? Because you trying to say, oh, I did it on my own, baby. You finna go through hell and high water times 10 because you just want to say you did it on your own. But you really
now you put more stress onto yourself and that you like you causing unnecessary stress. Like BFFR, that be my little saying. And with that being said, that's gonna make us jump into the topic.
So anyway, we gonna speak on. I think we done spoke on mental health before.
But we're gonna always reiterate it because in these times we're going through changes, we're going through phases, we go through seasons. Where mental health be mental healthy.
Very much seasons.
Yes.
Because you will be just fine this week or this month. And next month and next week got a whole different set
will take a whole different toll on you.
Shit on you. Like they got a whole different shit for your head.
Like your mental just
hot tools
on you.
Spat on that thing. Spat. Like dang.
Man.
But so I just want us to get into like anxiety. I guess we can go a little deeper into it, like anxiety, depression, our personal experiences if we have those. I really want to speak on like I don't know if you have any, but like I know we both been dealt in some type of way, like struggle with our mental health. So like maybe kind of just bring to light like what some of our warning signs would be, right? Like leading up to like when or like okay, I think I'm going into a hole, or I think I'm starting to struggle, like because I speak for myself personally. Like I feel like lately, I ain't gonna lie, I feel like normally I can catch when I'm getting in the dumps. I call like you know, you starting to get in the dumps, you starting to be in your head more. I feel like I can
smell. Some people can smell when the rain comes. It's like you just smell when you look great.
Right, like you can kind of, and I feel like this time around, it kind of just like came, like flooded me.
Like,
I'm
like just smacked you. Like
and maybe because maybe I was just so distracted by other things happening that like I just didn't pay attention to the warning signs. So I want us to talk about like warning signs, what we would say our warning signs, just anxiety, depression, what our warning signs are, and like when do we feel like okay, it's time for me to go get some help from somebody outside of my best friend, my family, co-workers, whatever the case may be. So, yeah. Do you have anything?
Where you want me to start from? Just
you can say like if you've ever dealt with anxiety, depression, like what that looks like for you. I'll speak on that as well.
As far as anxiety, I can't really just recall being like anxious. Like, well, I guess let's look up the term anxiety for real, because
so I'm gonna give y'all both.
Inside Out was a prime example. I just thought about it. Like when you watch Inside Out, about just how you always thinking of the next thing before the next things even come, and like you already trying to plan out this thing before it even gets there. Like I think I can say I definitely will do that sometimes. Like shit, I was doing it with school, like with nursing school, like
sure.
Like I knew I wanted to do it. Like I knew I kind of feel like I set myself up for it. Like I did some planning for it, but then, you know, you start to have them thoughts to where it's like, okay, well, if this comes up, like, what you gonna do about this? Like, okay, how you gonna do it? How you gonna afford it? Like, how you gonna keep working? How you gonna, like, just trying to.
And you kind of cause stress that way, like.
Yeah.
Because you're stressing about stuff that ain't even happening yet.
So, it's and I think, I will say, I feel like definitely heavy on the root of, like, anxiety and those type of things. Like once you stop and catch yourself and be like, it ain't even happened yet. Right. Like we can plan for the future, but we can't really plan for real. Like, cause you never know how your day gonna go. You never know what the universe, what God already got set up for you to even go through or whatever. And we find ourselves trying to avoid going through a lot of things. So I think that's where that can come from. Like being so anxious about things, like trying to go ahead and plan it and think for it, and now you like you say, you digging this hole trying to get out of something that you ain't even went through yet.
Right. So anxiety is a feeling of fear, dread, and uneasiness. It might cause you to sweat, feel restless and tense, and have a rapid heartbeat. It can be a normal reaction to stress. For example, you might feel anxious when faced with a difficult problem at work, before taking a test, or before making an important decision. That's what I was going to say too. Like, I feel like anxiety is more common than people know. Like, I feel like every person in this world has dealt with anxiety at some point in life.
Right, and it just wasn't.
Not everybody struggles with it on a day-to-day basis.
Mm-hmm.
Like, some people just that's why they say test anxiety.
Mm-hmm.
Like, you only get that feeling when you finna take a test or when you under pressure. Like, so I feel like some people struggle with it, like social anxiety. Like, when I'm in social places, like, it can happen any and everywhere. So I think at one point it kind of, I hate to say it became a trend, but like, it kind of became a thing.
Word for it.
Yeah,
it going through those
mental health in general, like that. I hate to say for our generation, it became, for some people, it's became an excuse. Like, I know if I say this, that I can get out of it, even if that's not what you're facing, and that's not fair.
Yeah.
It's not fair to the people who really deal with it.
From that.
You know what I'm saying? Because even with jobs, like, they can't even like argue with you about it, because that's a serious thing, and they don't. You gotta treat everybody the same when it comes to that, because it's a sensitive subject.
Right.
But it's like, some people just use it to like.
What's the word I'm trying to say? We abuse it.
Abuse it is a very good word. Like, yes.
We abusing the term nowadays.
And then for depression, okay, I said clinical depression, a mental health disorder characterized by a persistently depressed mood or loss of interest in activities causing significant impairment in daily life.
Yeah, that's straightforward. As far as depression, I don't like to label things
for sure
as being depressed, because I feel like once you start to acknowledge that feeling or that word, like, you become it. So, I be heavy on like, you are what you surround yourself with, you are what you become, you are what you say. Like, so when as far as like really like experiencing like real depression, like when some people say they be like depressed, like can't get out the bed, like can't do this, like you neglecting everything around you. I don't think I've ever been in that stage of depression. We didn't even say it once before. Like, we more of like functionally depressed. It's like I'll wake up in that mood, and I might be in that mood throughout the whole day, but I done went to work, I did this, I did my client, I went and washed my car, I ate. So it's like, I don't even want to just say I'm just fully depressed, because I'm still going through the motions of doing things, but I'm still not. I'm still not
the symptoms of that. But
yeah,
we don't want to claim that.
Yeah, but like yeah, definitely feel like I didn't have some moments or had been in those moods before, and have experienced like just a little peak of depression, I say, but to just fully just be in that like depressive state, like I haven't been in that.
So as far as anxiety, I feel like I don't feel like I struggle with anxiety. Like I said, I feel like we have moments and we have those feelings or whatever. And like with the depression stuff, like I don't want to label it whatsoever, but like when they say like you don't see it, like people who really, and that's another thing too, people who like with depression, like people really be struggling, like it's a real thing, like that's not to play with, but people like would just be like, I'm depressed, I'm so depressed. Like people who really depressed, you not on social media, you not outside whatsoever. And I feel like lately, like when they say like want to be isolated, you don't feel like you just here, like you ain't really, like you ain't really, you don't have no feeling of anything, like no stuff that usually excites you not exciting you, like stuff like it's hard to get out of bed, like, and I just be real and authentic with y'all, like that's been me for the past week. Like don't, like my friend, like I've been talking to them, but like when they yes, and when they say like you fake it till you make it, for real, like I'm a type of person where like I don't want nobody to feel sorry for me, so that's my thing. Like, okay, I'm gonna be good until like I don't have to be no more, right? So I go to work and I put it on, which it was helping because I wasn't at work at one point. So, but like I put it on and I do right, but when I'm home, like it all kicks in, and I will say that's probably where I messed up, like not leaning on the people that I have around me, or like when they say like you have no motivation,
Man.
like I literally the other day was on my couch in the same spot probably for like 5 hours straight.
Yeah.
Like didn't move, like I had everything in the world to do,
But just
and had zero motivation to do it. Like don't want to, like just don't need to, don't want to. I don't think I talked to nobody for real that day. Probably text, but like, and I told my man yesterday. I was like, to be honest, like if I didn't have you and him, like, hey, have you ate today? I probably wouldn't eat as much as I have been. Like my appetite's decreased, like all that. But I don't want to claim that, right? Like I don't want to claim those things, so I might not get up off that couch, but I guarantee me and God talking.
Yeah.
Because it's like, I can't let that take me.
Take them. And I guess that's where I be at with it, like, cause I be lying to say like I don't be in that, like I don't have those. Like I have them all the time. Like you just don't know. Like when you live by yourself, like it's a blessing and a curse, because I be looking at it from certain standpoints. Like some people might have a person they can't stand, but y'all might argue all day, but to still know like you got a human being that can lay next to you at night, and just that presence, like having somebody in your presence, like shit. Some days you'll find yourself having all. I think this be my thing when if I have those type of moments, I'm gonna just I like to just I don't want to use the word drift, but that's what it be like. I need to get out of this space. So I'm going to find something that can distract me from being in this space and drift off into something else so that I'm not in this.
Right.
So, like, that's why I get why they say, like, some people have, like, certain comfort shows and, like, stuff that they watch. Like, that be my thing. Like, I have to, like, do other stuff so that I'm not soaking in it. And, like, I ain't gonna lie, like, school, you would think, like, I'd be stressed from school or whatever, but I ain't gonna lie, like, doing it, it really, like you say, it be like, it distracts you a lot. Like, it kind of helps with it. But once that be over, like, when you gotta lay down at night, like, you ain't even went to sleep yet. And I just already be thinking, like, you know, I gotta get up and do it all over again. Like, I have to, like, literally, I done said and thought, like, you know, I gotta get up, I gotta put them clothes on, I gotta go to my job. I gotta food them people. I gotta put, like you say, you put on this front for people, like, little do y'all know, like, I don't be, it's times I be at work, like, I'm at work, but I'm getting mad at the people at work for one.
It ain't even them.
It ain't even them, but I'm mad at them because I want to drift off and be in my own zone. It's like, girl, you at work, like, this what you supposed to be doing. This what you supposed to be doing.
And I didn't call myself with my person, like, I'm frustrated about things that he's doing, but it's not him. It's just, I need him right now, right? Because, like, I'm in this headspace, so I want you to be loving because you're my distraction. So I need you to be home when you get out. I need you to come straight home because I've been in this space by myself. My man work nights, so well he work like that. He get off at 10:30, so he don't get home at 11:30. Yeah. So like, but by that time I'm going to bed. But so from the time I get off, 4 to 5, and I'm at home all this time, like it's nothing but me. This headspace I'm in, like, so when you get home, I'm ready for you to be all about me. But you done been at work dealing with all these people, so like you still want to be able to do your own thing and unwind your own way. But so that's where I done got like damn, that's not fair to him. Like you know, like he still deserves that space. So that's why it took me so long to like say something because it's like. Or like I caught myself like apologizing a lot of times because it's like I really acted out on you, but it's not because of something you really did. It's just because
because of
I
the
need
head
something.
straight
I need something from you, but I
didn't communicate that.
can't. I don't know how to communicate that, and I'm not ready to communicate what I'm really internally facing.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why that kind of go into like when do you ask for outside help, and I feel like for me, it's like okay.
Okay, before you say like when do we supposed to ask for outside help from I'll say from your, let's take your standpoint, like how you just said, like you've been like that for like the past week. At one point, do you feel like the people around you have failed to like now you have to get that outside help?
So I don't think it's about failing. Like nobody has failed me, right? I know my circle is there for me. I think it's all about being real with yourself. That like y'all have y'all own lives, right? I think at this point, and I'll just be completely honest, this podcast, we're going to keep it all the way real. Like, I think it's something I am facing, like, attachment issues, abandonment issues. I think stuff from my childhood, previous situations is starting to affect me in friendships. Because I ain't going to lie, like, even from, like, our dispute, like, certain shit was triggering me, and it was like, whoa. You know, like, that ain't never, you know, like, well, that affects me in a different way. Like, why am I really triggered about this? You know, so I think that's where I done got to the point where, like, y'all don't have the answers that maybe I feel like I'm looking for.
Right. Okay.
So it's not like y'all have failed me. Like, I know y'all there. I know y'all listening ear. Same for him. But, like, I told him yesterday, like, I don't really know what I need.
Yeah.
I don't really know what these feelings are. I never had them before. Like, I might have felt sad before or mad before, but
like more intense.
It's intense, and like the anxiety that comes with it, like chest heavy, I'm just bawling out of nowhere. Like, I need to be able to understand my feelings from like a psychiatric point, if that makes sense. So it's like, I don't feel like my circle has failed me. I feel like I just need more information than y'all probably can give me.
Right.
Because, and also, as human beings, we try to solve our people problems. Like, we got to find a solution for you, but like, we have to also understand that, like, I'm not going to have the answers.
Yeah, well, I think as people, like, from our perspective, we just have to be patient. And that's why I tell people, like, when you have like real friends that be going through shit, like if you call yourself a real friend, like you just said, if it ain't something you could just really help me through, like just stay down and be patient with me until like figure it out.
Yeah.
But some people, where a lot of people be fucking up at, and I guess that's why I be taking that friend word so lightly, because being friends with anybody is a choice. Like, yes, certain people you come across, it was destined for you to meet them. But even after you come across them people and they stay down with you, like, that shit is a choice. Like, a relationship, that I choose to be with you, this person every day. Like, I'm choosing you every day. I'm choosing every day that I get up to still keep this friendship going. Right. And, like, certain people, they can't handle when you get in certain situations or you get in certain funks. They're running for the hills.
And I think that's why a lot of people, like, isolate themselves, right? Because, like, if I tell you, then you're going to like stray away anyway, because you can't handle what I'm going through. So right now, just give me my space. I really think that's why people isolate themselves. Like, okay, let me figure this out before I just put it on them. Yeah. Like, they might not be able to handle that. I don't know what y'all might got some internal battles too, like that y'all not talking to me about. So it's like, I can't put that on there because I don't know what I'm dealing with. Like, you tell somebody a story and you missing 100 details. Like, they can't help you, right? So it's like, I think that's where I was at with it. Like, I don't really know. I don't really know why I feel how I feel. I don't know what triggered it. I can't pinpoint just one thing happening. I could tell you that going to that job just ain't helping. It just made me feel worse because it's just like,
just stacking it.
Yeah, you know, like, top of what I just hate going there and like you keep on like we said, we kind of functionally depressed people. Like, you keep on, but that's not healthy. Like, you have to know when to take a mental break. Like, you have to know that, like, okay, I can sleep for 6 hours today. Like,
that's one thing, Ron. I'm gonna
take a nap.
Nah, and I even take no nap. I'm gonna pump the brakes on some shit. If it's something that's rubbing me the wrong way, something that's making me uncomfortable, I'm gonna do this. Like, I'm not doing like I
and I guess that's where I struggle.
That,
like, just
when you just said that, it made me think about. I'll never forget it. That shit was in April. That shit was in April of. Was that last year? April. My brother passed in June. Yes. About in April of last year, I was in bed. Like, when I tell you, it was getting to where, like, dreaded going to my job. Like, I said, today I'm gonna put my clothes on. I'm gonna take this key up there, and I'm gonna let them have it because I was at a breaking point. Like, I need a break. Shit, it is April. I have not properly grieved since September.
Right.
You know? Like, I'm just steady going through it. Like,
it's not healthy at all.
Like, I'm just working. I'm taking trips. Like, I'm kicking it. Like, I'm getting up. I'm doing stuff. I'm around people. But like you say, that's one time I can recall where I'm like, man, it's really, y'all. Like, you wake up one day, you be like, y'all got it. Like, y'all can have it because now it's taking, like, it was getting to a point where, like, that was taking a real toll on me.
You know,
not just my. It wasn't no, because a lot of stuff I feel like with me personally, a lot of shit just be shit that just hurt my ego.
Yeah.
But when, like, my true, like, me being a person, like, real feelings, like, outside of all this, like, real deep down, I'm like, I can't do this. Like, y'all got it. Don't question me about nothing. Only God knows. And that's the only person I'm answering to. Like, and as friends, like, that can, when it comes to other people's situations, friends, family, if they don't understand, it's not for them to understand, like you're saying now. Like, but if you're somebody that claims that you love me for who I am and you truly want to be a part of what I'm going through, just stay down with me until I get through what it is I'm getting through.
Shit, help me find a counselor.
Man. Like for real. Like, and some people, that's like you say, some people run for the hills because now they see you in this season of a behavior that's abnormal that they're not used to, and because it's something that's making them feel uncomfortable, they want to project that onto you. Like, why are you being like that? And it's like, because I'm human. Simple as that. Like, shit, I'm
going through a human experience.
I'm not going to always be happy-go-lucky. I'm not going to always be the life of the party. Like,
I'm and I ain't going to lie. Like, that's what triggered me.
Y'all hold these relationships down when they go through X, Y, and Z. Like, have that same compassion and have that same grace when it comes to y'all friends.
And I think that's what triggered me with, like, the job. Is like, you sitting here telling me, like, you're an influencer for your coworkers. Like, when you here, you need to be 100%. Bitch, I'm not 100% in my life. How the fuck I'm gonna be 100%
for y'all?
A job? How? Like, but baby, I'm barely pushing 50% out this motherfucking bag. You lucky I showed up today.
And for some people, that be their win.
Seriously, I got here, and you telling me you an influencer for others. Like, they look.
I'm here.
Like,
you don't know.
You don't even know 100%. You don't know the same person preaching about.
You don't.
Your 100% look different every day. But now I need to be 100% if I'm 100% here if I'm.
Do you know the mental toll it takes to not only wake up? Waking up is already a task within itself. Getting up, getting dressed, functioning, getting in your car,
driving. I work with autistic children. I am a behavior tech. Okay.
Having that, like, just from bed to work is a win.
Hello.
To make it through your shift is a win. To make it back home
is a win.
Like, be for real.
So that's what I'm saying. Like, that's when you get to the point be like, on that topic, like, I guess we can kind of, and I'll share mine too, like, what are the signs of, feel like you getting, I say the dumps. I call it the dumps.
The dumps, getting the dumps.
Like, going into the dumps. Like, I think for me is irritability.
I was just about to say.
Like, you're just irritated about everything.
Like, any little thing, like, just pissing you off,
any inconvenience.
Yes.
Oh, it just pissed. Like,
For real.
Like,
yeah, okay, Trinity, you tripping, like.
Like, you really mad? It really ain't that deep. Like, last week you probably wouldn't have been that mad.
But this week, like, you 500 hot about this.
Like, that was irritability for sure. One that I've never experienced that I'm experiencing now is, like, loss of interest in things that I normally, like, enjoy or would do. Like, I never knew that was a thing.
Mm.
But, like, losing interest, like, y'all, well, I haven't said it, but my birthday is in 2 days, and, like, I have.
Well, by the time y'all see this,
it will be
in the past, and I'm seeing it. We will be in
celebrating, right? Yeah, facts.
It's gonna be about 2 weeks for y'all see this. She'll be thriving. She'll be thriving after
by then. Facts, but like, just like that stuff, like, man, I'm sure y'all done heard us talk about it before. Like, birthdays is a big deal for me and her. Like,
yes.
So I have zero interest. Like, I just finished CNA class. Like, by the time y'all see this, I'll be a CNA.
Mm-hmm.
Like, and I just, like, empty. I won't say empty. I just don't have no emotion behind stuff. And it's just like, I can't just flip a switch and be like,
yeah.
Because I be pretending.
Like, yeah.
I be pretending. Like, and that's why I said in the beginning, like, thank God for real. Like, I'm very much grateful to see 25, to be able to take class, and my class got paid for by the end of it. Like, there is very much a lot to be thankful, and shout out to God again, like, for making a way, because, so I'm very much grateful. I don't ever want to be that. But this episode is just to, like, show that, like,
it ain't always
mental health
is a real thing.
It's a real thing. Like, and sneak up on you, that uppercut, and be,
man, what?
Night.
Shit, I don't. To think, like, I even think back about it now, like, God forbid, like, I don't think, I'm praying, I don't even have to, I don't do it again, but, like, shit, when I had my little incident,
yeah,
that was one of them, like, shit, you don't know that shit be on you.
Coming into, it's that.
Scope the scenery out. Sleep. Shit, you don't know when I'm coming. I'm like, oh shit, hold on, this shit get real.
Fred sweat on me the other day on the couch.
You be like,
man, I'm watching TV. I am sitting there watching TV. I just bawl, laying on the couch, just crying for a good, like, 6 minutes straight. Like my mama just passed or something.
Yeah. I be wish I could be so emotional about a lot of things.
I'm not, and that's what I'm saying. I'm not very, like, I'm not a crier for real.
Yeah.
Like, cause if I was a crier, I'd be crying
like,
right now.
When I passed this, like, I was like
emotional,
so excited, but like,
right.
baby, when I was dry as a river by the eyes, like.
But that's what I'm saying. Really, if I was emotional, I'd be crying right now, even trying to talk about it.
Yeah.
But it's like, that's what I'm saying. Like, I'm not really a crier. Like, you had the moments where you be like, all right, you just gotta get it out. But when I say it shit hit me so hard, I was like, oh, they coming.
Yeah.
Yeah. Even this morning, y'all, I was on my way to where I drove by a wreck. And all I seen was a car tipped over. There's an old man standing up, like, trying to get out of his car. Girl, I couldn't do nothing but pray and cry. Like, why am I emotional?
Yeah.
But I was just praying for him. Like, he looked okay. Like, it was a whole bunch of people. Obviously, I would have stopped if it was just him. But, like, it was a whole bunch of people around him. Like, police speeding down the street trying to get to that side or whatever. But I was like, wow, I am in an emotional state. Like, anything, and I'm just
because I think like recently, I ain't gonna say this, it be having me down, but just with, like, when you sit and thinking, like, everything is, like, happening in the world, man, like, that alone, like, knowing, like, we're so young, like, trying to figure this shit out, because we don't gotta figure it out. Right. I don't give a fuck how good a person got it made.
Yeah, honestly, we gotta get over that we just gotta have to figure it out. To be honest,
I feel like, don't get me wrong, motherfuckers need to always have an idea.
But figured out, what is that, like? I feel like, cause at 30, You ain't gonna have 30 figured out. You ain't never been 30 before.
Yes.
At 30 and you married, you ain't never been married before. You're not gonna have that shit figured out. So like,
but I think society it didn't. Yeah, I hate it done molded us into that, like, and that's what's causing a lot of people to talk about what we're talking about right now. And all these mental problems, trying to shake back from this, thinking we okay with this, coping it with that. Like, nah, my nigga,
covering
like,
it up.
You need to really sit down with yourself for real and get to the root of your shit.
And I ain't gonna lie, I'm wanting to preach about everybody need to go to counseling. I'm finna go and I'm finna tell y'all my experience.
Like, when you really sit down, like, so I done gave myself a reality check, but I be praying to God, like, God, I need you to, I don't want to say send it through nobody else, but keep people around me that's going to be able to notice it or can witness it. When, like we saying, whenever I get like that, whenever I need to be put in check, put me there. Right. Whether I like it or not, put me there. Yeah. Before I be out somewhere I ain't got no business, like, put me there. Put me in check. Like, surround me with people that can be that aware, just as aware as I am, to put me where I need to be. Yeah. Like, for real. Because, like I said, everything that's going on like that alone be enough to have you so, like, discouraged. Like, it's been, shit, I only been in nursing school 5 weeks, and you talk about mine going, like, man. All based off of what if. Yep. A what if can take such a toll, like, can see you down, like we said, you done did the whole that ain't even probably gonna happen within this lifetime. Off a what if, off a hypothetical.
Off of a fear. A fear of not accomplishing.
And that's where I think, like, it's good that we have to have that balance with, like, self, like, true self, and that's where it's good sometimes to have that ego, because for me, I have that balance sometimes where if I get too deep off in, or I'm having one of them days, like, I can tell myself, like shake back, like, be for real, like, look in the mirror at who you are for real, like, look at where you done came from for real, like, look at the position you in for real, like, and you finna let that, or what if, like, you finna let that little thought, you finna let that take you down through there, like, it's a lot of things that's gonna take people out. But I'm not gonna let that thought be one.
And I guess that be me too. Like, man, I'm finna read my Bible. I'm finna pray. Like, because.
But you think the enemy, you think you finna take me out with that thought?
And I'm gonna listen to my gospel music every morning. If I cry every morning on the way to work, like, that's my worship time. Like, that's gonna get me through. Like, yes. And I think that's the thing. Like, it's so much more. Like,
I say music be mine too.
Oh,
like,
yeah, for sure.
Even if it ain't always gospel music, but, like, just certain songs, like, with just, it's an energy thing. Mm-hmm. Like, it just puts you in just a whole different headspace. Right. Like,
there's some days at work, like, if it's rough at work, I'll put on my lo-fi music quick. Like, just sometimes with no lyrics help me.
No words. I don't need the words. I just need to hear it. I just need to hear.
Mm-hmm. I just had to keep it all the way 1,000 with y'all there. Yes. We human too, like, going through life experiences for real.
It ain't always good getting on this camera, even the process of trying to get on this camera.
Hey, cause boy, today I was like, I don't think I got it. I don't know if I can hold it together that long.
Hold it together that long, yeah.
But like I told my sister before I got here, I was like, David, I really don't feel like it. I really don't. I really can't. I really don't. But, you know, I told her, I was like, but I said, what we finna talk about, it's like our platform is real authentic. Like, we talk about real life shit, like day-to-day stuff. Mm-hmm. So it's like, I know our platform is my therapy right here. Like, so I'm like,
figuring it out, looking back at this, like, you feel like this in this moment, but think, once we publish this, like, I'm speaking to, you know, I be big on manifesting, like, yeah, you gonna look back at this and be like, God, I thank you for pulling me out of that. Man. Just that little space, like, you don't know how much that session helped.
Fact.
To be able to speak about it then and there when I spoke on it, to think 3 weeks from now, 4 weeks from now, I could be here. Because I was there, and in 3 weeks, now I'm here. Right. I ain't always there, and that's the thing. You ain't gonna always be there, because that's the thing. Like, with anything, like with healing, it's a cycle. You're gonna forever go through seasons. Like,
it's a repeated cycle.
Yes, just a one of many. you're gonna definitely be able to look back on and look at the beauty of it. Like, man, like I really got through that. Didn't think I would get through it, but I got through it.
Right.
That's a word for your mother.
Yeah, it's a
Okay.
word. It's just a word for everybody. For all,
All of us.
all three of y'all. Remember that?
Cause the way I be saying, we don't spoke on multiple. I'm gonna keep saying, if y'all think y'all can just really get through life by yourself, like with nobody, like you don't got nobody in your corner like you could turn to, or like no outside sources that you really feel like could help you. Y'all better start getting on y'all knees. Y'all better do some praying. If you ain't never prayed, just speak, just talk.
Just talk.
Even if you don't believe, speak to whatever you think is out there.
Heavy on the just talk.
Yeah.
Cause I ain't gonna lie, that's something that like I kind of got from you. Like, it was like, shoot, I be talking to God just like I talk.
No.
Like, and I done got to that point too. Cause sometimes the religion side of it be like, sometimes people be like, if you don't talk a certain way, he ain't gonna hear you, and not true. Not true at all.
Man, don't send me down that rabbit hole.
Yeah. So
facts.
I just be talking. Lately, y'all just been
Talking for real. Like when I say be in this old vision, man, feet kicked up just right here on this hookah. One-on-one
Just
session.
talk these facts.
Man, like, and y'all, for some people, they might think that's so, what's the word? Like, it might feel uncomfortable, but the more you do it, like, it's gonna become shit. Like, second nature, you just be riding in your car, like, man, like, I'm just thanking you for this car ride, for real.
And that's my thing too. Like, God, I thank you for my car.
I thank you
if
for
you
my
know, you
awareness.
know.
Like, I feel like shit right now, but to just still even be aware that I feel like shit. To be that aware to know, like, I need to talk about this. Like, somebody needs to hear this.
Like, I need help. I might need help. Boy, taking that step is a big one. Even if it's just talking to your friends, because some people just not comfortable with that. But, like,
yeah.
Even if you get to that point and you reach out to somebody like, hey, I'm really down bad. Like, I need help. That's a huge step.
It takes a lot of courage.
For sure.
Because, yeah, we as humans, we done had that. People going to that, like you say, you only want to just say it. Because you'll feel, you know how you're going to feel when you say it, but it's like, it got to be said.
Okay.
It might be uncomfortable, but it's going to help you get comfortable in the long run. Like, it might be uncomfortable now, but say that shit. Don't spread shit. As they say, don't spread. Spread shit.
Spread.
For sure. What you been saying?
Hop tools.
Hop
Spit on
it, man. Each one teach one.
That
We
is
gonna
the
do this
funniest
life
thing
shit
ever.
together. All in all,
Woo.
this is the motherfucking duo, and
This is the
we're gonna bring y'all, like we say, raw, uncomfortable topics that we feel like our generation should be having these conversations. Even this right here, this conversation we done had, hopefully this helped, man, somebody else.
But
Like,
this was
needed.
needed as authentic as it can get. Cause we ain't sharing no
human.
notes.
We human. This ain't no IG picture, sis.
ain't no IG pictures.
This ain't no little 1-2 TikTok.
Shit. In the cup with my twin looking
Shit, this LIFE.
at LIFE, and it's locked in. Boy. But yeah.
This LIFE, and you getting the real me.
Literally.
My name is Shanika Roche, and I approve this message.
My name is Destiny, and I approve this message.
This duo approve this message. Go get y'all some fucking help. Man,
Better help sponsors.
Coming soon.
Cause baby, I need better help living. Hey, and little side note, last little final thought. Don't come on here with all that. If you believe in God, why you having issues? Please leave that. God created therapists. Excuse me.
Thank you.
Everybody has a purpose on this earth.
He knew what the human body would go through. He knew what the human body would experience, and when we get overwhelmed with certain feelings.
So yes, I talk to God, and I'm going to talk to a therapist.
Yeah.
So He is my therapist, but I need another one. So,
a real like physical
being that he has sent for that job.
Mm-hmm. And like I said, it just boils down to being human.
So,
a fucking human with emotions and feelings.
So please,
we just say, we don't have it fucking figured out. I don't have a fucking PhD and everything.
Man. So yeah, just wanted to put that out there.
Suck on that.
And we're gonna get out here. We're gonna take another try.
Thank you. Because LIFE
be like Pen. LIFE be like Pen.
Shit.
And it's just gonna be like that.
But yes, y'all have been tuned in
to another episode
of DNT Podcast. Please, y'all, like, comment, subscribe. You'll never be disappointed. You're gonna always be surprised when you hop up on this channel. Please make sure you
tell a friend to tell a friend
to tell a friend about DNT. Tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend to tell a friend
about Destiny. You heard it.
Because if you ain't tuned in by now, what is you doing?
What are you doing?
Where you been?
Sitting on your couch watching TV and life passing you by. Y'all remember that? And you keep on clicking, you keep on watching DNT and you're not clicking on it.
Okay, you still over there at Club Shay Shay. He done hit $1 million. I'm trying to chase one.
Life passing you by. Come on over to DNT Podcast.
You stay on the Shade Room. Baby, they being invited every year. You ain't got invited to none of them events.
None. Come on, Nat.
What y'all want to talk about?
Nat.
Okay.
These hoes be talking about son.
Oh, thank you.
Everything.
Giving the real raw and uncut before they start monetizing and censoring and blurring. Now you better get over here while you can.
Man.
You better get in with me. Shit. While I'm coming up still.
I'm gonna be the bitch days like I don't live my life.
Yeah.
Don't
get this extended version of TikTok mental health.
No.
Shit. Earn my view over here. Jesus.
Woo. But yeah.
That's all we got to say, y'all. I'm Tamika Roche.
I'm Destiny Lynn.
And this duo is signing out.